Hello everyone and welcome to your 30-minute Pilates for heart health with me, April. It is World Heart Day today, so I have got a lovely session for you all to enjoy. Don't worry if you have to leave halfway through or you don't have time for everything today. It is saved to the page and you can come back to it any time that you wish. As always, please go very carefully when performing some of these exercises if they are too strenuous. If you feel any pain or any aches that are just too much for you to do, and you will feel so much better for yourself for listening to your body and not pushing yourself too much. As we are heart health, I always talk about this in Pilates as well, but if you have high or low blood pressure, then please it would be very beneficial for you to exhale on the hardest part of some of these exercises, and to also as well listen to your body and your mind. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, please just step aside for a second and let everything realign, because we never want to hurt ourselves or make anything wrong within our body to Pilates. We try and allow ourselves to feel the best we can, and to just give ourselves very happy, healthy bodies, minds, and today hearts. So let's go. So what we're going to do is, first of all, just check in with ourselves. So we obviously, Pilates will help you with exercise because it is a form of exercise. It's not necessarily always a vigorous exercise class. It depends on what level of Pilates you do. If you've done a reformer Pilates class, you will know that yes, it is very vigorous, but we don't do things like that here. On a Monday, we try and keep things a little gentle. It's more about your mobility and sort of stabilizing your body to help you with everyday life, rather than doing loads and loads of exercise. But what we want to do is just check in with ourselves. So obviously Pilates will help to sort of create the blood pumping around the body nice and healthily, because we move it in a very gentle way, but it's very precise. Pilates is all about the control of your movements, and we think about the execution of how we're doing our exercises, rather than just doing exercises for repetitions or to burn calories or to get our heart rate going. It's more about the control of the body, and that will help to obviously control everything else inside. So what we want is nice, healthy, happy bones and joints, which obviously will then have a massive effect on your heart health, because then your heart isn't being too strenuous for, your body is healthy and keeping everything aligned. Let's just check in with ourselves and relax our breathing. Now, breathing is a huge part of your everyday life. Okay, let's be honest, if you don't breathe, then things aren't looking too good. So in Pilates, we use the breath to allow us to elongate our muscles. So for example, we also use it very heavily in yoga. I am yoga qualified as well. But when we exhale, we relax the body. And when we relax in the body, the muscles then have more sort of pliability and help us to elongate and stretch. With Pilates, we always exhale on the hardest part of the exercise. That goes for any exercise that you do. It just helps to stop creating that high blood pressure, or if you get low blood pressure, it helps just keep the blood pumping as it should. So inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Just a few, just normal. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Now just wait there, see how you feel. Sometimes when we concentrate on our breathing, we feel like we're or maybe you can get a little bit tingly within your body. That's completely and utterly normal, because you are controlling your breathing. Now, if you ever had a panic attack or have had anxiety, you'll find that your breathing can be a little bit shallow, and of course this is making your heart will have more palpitations, the blood's going quicker, and your heart rate is elevated, and overall your body's out of sync and out of whack. So what we want to do with breathing, and this is what I try and teach people, that with your breathing you can really start to change your entire body and reset your nervous system, which has a massive impact on your heart health. So you can sit in a chair, you can lay down. I'm going to sit cross-legged because obviously this is Pilates, so it'll just help us to keep our posture perfect and our spine nice and aligned. And we're just going to rest the wrists on the knees. And relax your hands and relax your toes. Then just push up and back with the upper body, and inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to do a few more. We're going to hold the breath. So inhale, hold, exhale. In, hold, out. In, hold, out. One more time. In, hold, and out. Now let your breathing return to normal. Now we've controlled our breath. We controlled everything else. Everything starts with your breath. So if you have found that maybe you get a little bit stressed out or anxious, maybe, for example, on a Sunday evening, sometimes we can get a little bit stressed out. We get the Sunday scaries, or it's a new week, or maybe you've got a presentation at work, or something's coming up that you're maybe just a little bit stressed out about. When you stop, control your breath, you'll find that the only thing that you're really thinking about is your breathing. So therefore, you have that mind to body connection because you're allowing everything to work as one. And that can really help our hearts, because we are eliminating that stress and the blood pressure, everything just calms down. Our nervous system, I could talk about this all day, but our nervous system relaxes. And when your nervous system relaxes, you find that you'll act differently and react differently when your nervous system is more secure. So that was the first 10 minutes of our class. So if you wish to come back and you feel like you're having a little bit of stress, you can just practice breathing, or you can come back and breathe with me. But I hope that will help you to just calm the body and the mind. Okay, so now we've got the breath under control. Let's work on the rest of the body. Now, depending on our own fitness levels will depend on how we move our body and how Pilates will affect your body. So if you do, say, a lot of walking, then you probably find that your stamina, your cardio levels are quite high, and your heart rate is probably quite low, or most of the time. But if you find that maybe you're a bit more sort of not as active, and maybe you sit down a lot for your job, maybe you've had a job where you sit down for a long time, you'll sometimes find that obviously the stamina levels and the strength isn't quite there. Now that's not anything wrong with that. That is just life, and we are busy with life. But sometimes life can get in the way of looking after ourselves, and maybe this is where stress can start. And now obviously stress will affect your heart. Now with Pilates, the good thing is that you don't have to do a lot in order to sort of, the words I'm trying to say is, you don't have to do tons and tons and tons throughout the week to gain the benefits, because when you come back to the fundamentals and the basics of Pilates, the exercises that I always try and do will always try and coincide with that. And that is where sort of the strength, the posture, and the control, it all works as one. So today we are going to come into an all fours position, using our breath with the movements of the exercises, and you will see how when you stretch and when you mobilize, that is when you will feel the difference within the body. because we're using our mind to muscle connection, which connects us with our inner self. I'm quite a spiritual person, and I really believe that when you get in touch with like your inner self, you will feel so much differently, and the stress does reduce, and therefore obviously helping our hearts, having happy hearts and happy minds. So have the feet in line with the knees, and the knees in line with the hips, and the wrist in line with your shoulders. Now, if you have a lot of tension in the upper body, which is incredibly common, you will find that sometimes maybe your shoulders are rising up like this. We want to reset the shoulders down. We want to be mindful of that. So shoulders are down, nod your chin, round it through, drop the head, and uncurl, look up. Excuse me. Now inhale, let's use that breath. Inhale, come in. Exhale, go out. Inhale, come in. Exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come a bit closer in towards the body. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more times. The hands a bit closer towards the body now. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Use that breath. And exhale. Wonderful. And release. And again, you are going to feel the difference because we've relaxed into the spine. We've used the breath and we're working the body as one. When you use your mind to muscle connection, the exercise that you're doing really changes, and the benefits your body gets are amazing. So now we're going to come and just stretch into the lower part of the body. So walk that foot forward, and again, we're going to use our breath. So however you can. Now the best thing to do is let the left toes on this, the left foot, sorry, relax. So the toes are on top of the, connecting to the floor. And the hands can come into the side or out the side. Inhale, and then exhale, push that right knee forward. And inhale, come back in, and exhale, push back out. Again, you're going to feel the chest and the heart relax. Inhale. Exhale. But also opening up the body. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring the knees back together. Give yourself a second. Other side. Left foot down. Come forward. Hands on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Push. Come in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Good. Just come in, reset, and realign. So we're opening up the thighs and the hips, connecting with the breath. You should start to feel like you're becoming a lot more relaxed. It's really strange, but when I practice yoga by myself, I often feel like my head gets a lot clearer. And it's because when you breathe and you make such a conscious effort to connect the body and the mind, you do actually become a lot more, what's the word, not relieved, but you're just, your mind starts to just calm down because you're making a conscious effort with the body and the mind. Okay, so now we're going to just come into a little side position to just stretch off and release the tension in the sides of the body. Now, when you lift something too heavy and you don't exhale as you should, that creates a lot of pressure within your heart. It really does. It puts so much pressure. Even with me, I actually own a wedding dress shop, and one day I was holding a lot of brighter wedding dresses in one hand. And I'm not the strongest person, but I'm not the weakest. And my heart started, I could feel it pumping in my chest. So when you don't exhale when you are holding heavy things or reaching up and over, that can cause a lot of problems within your body. If you have high blood pressure when doing this exercise, what I want you to do is not move your arm and just move the body, okay? So you can use a cushion if you need to, just to place your wrist or your fist on there. And we're going to just have that left leg out long. So if you can, inhale, exhale, reach over, and inhale down. Now, if you can't manage to do this with the arm, what you can do is inhale, bend, and exhale, reach, because you're still stretching into the side of the body. Okay, I'm going to move my arm, but you do as you wish. So inhale, and then exhale, halfway over, reach. So stretching off, inhale, exhale, reach up and over. Take your time. We are putting a little bit of pressure into our heart and chest here, but we're doing it in a very controlled way, and we're using our breath. Inhale and exhale last time. Good. Calm back in. Realign. Just if you have to move the shoulders. And we're coming over to the other side. If you didn't move the arm on one side, we don't move it on the other. So reach that leg out, stretching up the entire body. We're stretching out our body, body part by body part. We're releasing that tension, which can hold a lot of stress. So inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale down. In and reach. And then come in. Bring that knee in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. In and out. And in and out. And release. Good. So front of the body, the sides of the body. Now the upper body is going to get a good stretch out. So hands, so you can sit onto, if you can't sit onto your ankles, which I know that is a common thing, you can sit cross-legged or come onto your knees to do this. Hands are going to be placed into the lower part of that back. And then elbows go out and inhale, exhale, squeeze the shoulders together. And the elbows are trying to reach. And inhale, exhale, go back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale, push back. And relax. Good. Hands onto the knees. Inhale, round through. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, round through. Exhale. Lift it up. Stretching and opening the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, in. Excuse me, and out. Lift up. Now just sweep the hands back, fingertips reaching to the floor or on the floor, depending on what position you are in. Stretch. Good, and release. Come and lay down onto your mat, hugging the knees in. Hopefully you still feel nice and calm and relaxed within that chest area. Your mind can maybe be a little bit clearer. Good. Now stretch that right leg out long. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to round through, forehead to the knee, drop the shoulders. Come down. And then inhale and exhale. Pull that left knee to the side. And bring it in. We inhale, forehead comes to the knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale. Come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, come in. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. And exhale, out to the side. Good. Come in, stretch out long. Realign those hips, rock side to side. Other side. Hug the right knee in. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, stretch out to the side. Breathe in. So we're working into the core here with no pressure onto the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Out to the side, opening up the hips, creating more flexibility. Inhale. Nod up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come up and over. Inhale, come down. And exhale. Out to the side. Good. Bring in, stretch that body nice and long. And release. Now from here, we're going to have 5 minutes of relaxation. Again, like I said, I'm a big believer in when you relax your mind, your body follows. So we're going to still connect in with that breath. But I really hope now that starting out from the start of the session, from the start of the session to now, you do feel a lot clearer and a lot calmer in your mind. And you might find that your chest just feels a little bit less stressed. Even if you don't think you're stressed, we hold so much stress in our subconscious, which can create a lot of anxiety within the body. I used to be a very stressed and anxious person years and years ago growing up. And I didn't realize until someone told me that you need to breathe. And when you breathe, that helps relax the heart. And it helps to create a nice, just calm feeling within the body. Because everything is a reaction and to your thoughts, into your emotions, and then physical elements within the body. So drop the shoulders down. You can place your hands onto your stomach if you wish, or you can place one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your stomach. All hands can come down by the side. And inhale through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh, let everything go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Let your breathing return to normal. We're still going to control the breath. So breathe in. Out. Follow my rhythm in and out. in, out, breathe in, out, in, out, breathe in, out. Let your breath follow their own rhythm now. In, 5 more. In and out. In, out. Breathe in, out, and in, out. Breathe in, out. Now take a lovely long body stretch. Point your toes, hollow out the abdominals. Bring the hands down both sides. And now just gently hug the knees in towards the chest. If you have the time and you wish to stay in this relaxed state, then by all means, please carry on. But if not, just hug the knees in towards the chest with me. Roll over onto the side. Sitting up nice and tall. For the last time today, let's link the breath with the movement. Out to the side, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And I never normally do, so just bring your hands together and just bow down to yourself. And thank yourself for showing up today, and thank yourself and your body and your mind for working exactly how it should be. And I truly hope that you feel a lot more calm within your chest and within your heart, which creates such an amazing, relaxed, calm feeling with the rest of your body. And I hope that you have a lovely Monday and a lovely week. And I'll see you all next Monday for more Pilates. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.